Musk trying to help Trump halt the Harris surge. He, world's richest man and its once and possibly future most powerful man, agreed on almost everything. Tech titan Elon Musk threw open his X platform on Monday night, offering Donald Trump a pipeline free of fact checks for his falsehoods, conspiracy theories, and extremism as he tries to slow the rise of Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. The chat represented yet another extraordinary chapter in a presidential campaign that has defied logic with its stunning twists in recent weeks, including an assassination attempt against Trump and President Joe Biden's ending of his re-election bid. The former president has been floundering, struggling to cope with the soaring start by the new Democratic nominee. At times during their expansive chat, Musk seemed to be using the power of his profile and platform to coach Trump on how to mount a better argument against Harris. "She's a believer in being radical left," Trump said at one point of a Democratic foe who has erased his polling advantage in only 3 weeks as a candidate. And the former president, who attempted to overturn an election he lost, baselessly claimed that Biden had been illegally ousted to make way for Harris. "She hasn't done an interview since this whole scam started, and say what you want, this was a coup. This was a coup of a president of the United States," Trump fumed. Musk agreed with Trump that Harris was a radical leftist and flattered his guest by implying that he was strong and his Democratic opponents were weak. He referred to America's enemies and said, "Do they fear the American president, or is it someone they do not respect and do not fear? Let's look at the footage of the assassination. Like, okay, President Trump is like, don't mess with me." Musk has already endorsed Trump, and he was leaving no doubt on Monday night that he wants to see him win a second term. "You are the path to prosperity, and I think Kamala is the opposite," he told Trump. Musk, who has huge business interests in securing favorable treatment from the next administration, provided the Republican nominee an audience of at least 1.3 million concurrent listeners at the worst moment of his campaign so far, and he predicted at least 100 million people would consume the content in the coming days. At times during the event, Trump, who spent months hammering Biden over his age, stutter and struggles to sometimes complete sentences, appeared to be lisping or slurring his words. It was not clear whether an audio issue was to blame. Asked for an explanation, the ex-president's campaign spokesman Stephen Chung said, "Must be your hearing." The chummy conversation between the tycoon and the former president also showed what each man had to gain. Musk was able to impress upon a possible future president, who is known for transactional leadership, his own views on immigration, the economy, curtailing government regulation and tax cuts. Musk's companies, including SpaceX, a key player in the US space program, and Tesla, which makes electric vehicles, can be impacted by changes in government policy. The entire conversation was rife with potential conflicts of interest. No ordinary American would ever have a similar opportunity to have the ear of a possible future president. At one point, Musk even offered to take a position in the US government, perhaps as part of an efficiency commission to slash the administrative state. Trump said he'd love it if Musk got involved, noting the multi-billionaire is a great cutter. Trump gained plenty from his investment of more than 2 hours of his time. Musk didn't challenge him on any of his lies and misrepresentations. For instance, his prediction that 60 million undocumented migrants would invade the United States if he lost in November. During the talk, Musk downplayed the threat from global warming while defending his pioneering electric vehicle empire.